Happy Wednesday, Stampers. It's time for another What's She Making Wednesday. And today we're going to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. So we are going to make a fun shaker card today. And we are going to be using the loose silver sequins that are on page 139 of the catalog to make our shaker. So I have a few of our pieces already prepped for us. So we're going to be using Pool Party as our base. We've got some dry embossed basic white using our dots embossing folder. We've got a scrap piece of basic white. We're going to be using a window sheet. So these come in 12 by 12 window sheets. That's going to make our window for our shaker card. And we're going to be using a piece of designer series paper from our 6x6 Subtles collection. So these are double-sided in our Subtles color family. And so we're going to be using the Pool Party polka dots today. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pull in our circle punch. This is the 2 3/8 circle punch. And we're going to take our piece of designer series paper. This is 4 by 4. And we are going to kind of center this between the dots. It's not going to be centered in the middle of the paper because we're going to put our sentiment on top of that. But we're going to kind of center this circle left to right, kind of between those dots. We're just going to punch that through. We will save this piece for our next project. And then we have our kind of opening for our window. So we want the dots to be showing. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over. We're going to pull in some Stampin' Seal Plus here. Just going to add a little bit of that. I like to use this because it's stronger, especially for the shaker cards. So we're going to take our window sheet here and we're just going to center this onto that designer paper. And this window sheet, so our designer paper is cut 4 by 4. The window sheet is 1/4 inch smaller, so 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That way it doesn't stick out. So we've got that on there. And then we're gonna pull in something called our foam adhesive strips. And so these are strips of foam adhesive that we're going to use to create this area for our sequins to go in. So these come in long strips, so we're just going to pull one off. They work perfect for this circle project because it's the right size. So we're just going to go a tiny bit outside of this circle line here. So we don't want to be exact because we don't want this foam to show through on the card. So we're just going to go a little bit kind of outside of that. Just gonna press it down real good, kind of all the way around, just following our circle here. And then this little extra little tail, I just like to pull it real close in right there. And then we just go around and make sure that it's all secure. And then we're gonna take a couple of pieces of our foam that's kind of, I've already cut here. And we're just gonna go along the edges here. That way our window here isn't sunken in. There we go, just kind of on the border. Okay, so then we're gonna pull in our sequins here, and I like to use the lid for this, and so you can fill this, you know, as full or as little as you want. You wanna make sure that there's enough for them to shake around, but not too tight that the sequins doesn't move, right? So then we're gonna go ahead and pull off the backing of our adhesive strips here. And off of our circle. any of our little sequins popped out, you can just make sure those get back in there. And then our strip of basic white here, our scrap of basic white, is cut to the same size as the window sheet. So I like to just take this and just adhere it right on there. And now we have our fun little shaker element. And so everything is all secure in there, it won't fall out. And then we're just gonna take this and we'll adhere this to our card. So we've got our card base here, our pool party card base. I already took a strip of 2-inch basic white and dry embossed it with that dots embossing folder. We're gonna go ahead and adhere this to the middle here, just using that Seal Plus. I love it because it is so strong, especially for these kind of cards. We don't want them to fall apart, right? So we'll go ahead and adhere that. And then we're gonna take the back of our shaker here, because it's all totally attached. So we'll just put some of that on here. And then we're just gonna go ahead and center our shaker element and kind of press that down. So that is our fun shaker card. And of course we want to decorate it. So we're gonna do some Stampin' here. We'll put this aside. And shakers are so fun for celebrations. So I decided to use the Beautiful Balloons, that new set, the Beautiful Balloons set, and pull in a couple of the balloons from there and the sentiment. I think it's time for a celebration. So we're gonna go ahead and stamp our sentiment first. I've already die cut this out of basic white using our Stylish Shapes dies. These are one of my favorite go-tos. And then we're gonna use Lost Lagoon for our sentiment here because it goes real good with our pool party. And I already have that on there. I think it's time to for a celebration. We've got our foam mat here. Anytime we're using our clear stamps, we want to use our foam mat just to give it that extra cushion so our image looks clear. Go ahead and stamp that. So we've got that done. We're gonna pull in a piece of basic white, another scrap of basic white, and we're gonna stamp some balloons here. So we're gonna use our Lost Lagoon for our big balloon here. So go ahead and stamp that. And our little balloon, we're going to use our pool party. Okay, so on my original card, I did use 3 balloons, but I did another one with just 2 and I liked it better. So we're just gonna do 2 today. So let me go ahead and close up our inks here. And then with the magic of recording here, I've already run our balloons through our die cut machine using those beautiful balloon dies to cut those out. So we've got those cut out, and now we're just gonna put together our fun card. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna attach our sentiment. So we're just gonna use a little bit of that Seal Plus on the back there, and we're gonna center this right at the top. So that's why with this circle, it works perfect because it gives us the perfect space for our sentiment strip. And then we're gonna pull in the balloon string, I guess, stamp. We're gonna use some Memento black ink here. And I'm gonna put, you can put it on either side. I like it to cover the window a tiny bit, so we'll probably put the big one there and we'll do the little one kind of right there. And so I kind of line that up first so that I can know where I'm gonna put my little balloon string. So we'll do one there. One there, and you see I missed a tiny bit, so because it's the shaker card, right, it's a little bit thicker. And so what's great is we can pull in our Stampin' Right markers in the same color, and if you missed a tiny bit, you can fill that in. Then we're just gonna take our Stampin' seal here. We'll attach our big balloon, and we'll attach our little balloon. And there you have it. I think it's time for a shaker card celebration. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me today. Thanks so much for liking and subscribing. You can visit me on stampinqueenbee.com for more information, and I will be back next week with another What's She Making Wednesday.